Hello Ramen Nation, Chris Cobain here bringing you some Mono Monday content on, well, Mono Monday. Today is Monday morning at the time we're recording this. It is Mono Monday, so what better way to start off the day than with a Mono battle. This is against Ramos online, as a lot of you know. I posted a video of me losing to him quite a while ago, and me and him always seem to have really good battles, and this is another one. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. I'm running Mono Normal. He'll be running Mono Psychic. My team is going to be Chinchino, Braviary, Porygon Z, Expelled, Aldino, and Furfrou. Aldino's a new Pokemon, but it's actually not mine. It was on borrow. Technically, so is the Furfrou. We'll get a little bit more into that. Ramos' team is Gallade, Meowstic, the female one actually, Espeon, Exeggutor, Malamar, and Metagross. Now, note, you guys have seen Furfrou in a previous battle from me, but this is not that one. This is actually Fua, the original. If you guys don't know, this is actually Ramos's signature Pokemon that he let me borrow on this day, so I could finish up my Mono Normal team. So this is pretty ironic. He's actually going up against his staple. It would be like me going up against Tangrowth, for instance, my own personal Tangrowth that I gave to somebody. So this is a really good battle right off the bat. I know my two biggest threats, Braviary and Chinchino, they both have U-turn. They're both going to deal massive damage, especially if I can remove Metagross from play and then possibly Gallade. I know I'll be able to wreak havoc on them. So, my lead to start off is actually going to be Chinchino. It could have been Braviary as well, but I decided on Chinchino instead. Now, I'm actually running two Choice Scarfers on this team. I had to kind of make some sacrifices to get a Mono Normal team going, so both Porygon Z and Braviary are, in fact, Choice Scarfed. I don't typically like doing that, but in this case I have it. So turn one here, he's going to go with Metagross. That was a pretty easy lead. I was pretty obviously going to lead with my U-turners there, so I'm going to get out of there because obviously I can't really mess with the Metagross. And I'm going to bring in the original Fua. So you guys can see it's all shiny. Now he actually predicts that. He's going to go for Earthquake. The reason being, I carry the Rocky Helmet. He's going to know that. That's going to be the only thing he's going to do that will rack up that Rocky Helmet damage. So now he's going to go ahead and he's going to switch into Neanders, which is going to be his Meowstic. The attacking one actually very often see the Prankster male version. I went for Cotton Guard just in case. I typically like to do that with my Furfrou, but I probably should have just went straight for attack. I go for Sucker Punch there, but I guess he saw that coming. He's going to go for Calm Mind instead. So now I'm going to want to get out of there. I know Furfrou can kind of handle a special attack or two, but I'm not going to try to stay him when he's bulking up. Now, on here, I knew he was going to get greedy. There would be no reason for him to not. He's going to risk a Sucker Punch, would be ridiculous. So I'm going to bring in Fireworks Braviary here as he goes for his second Calm Mind. And now I know I can easily force him out because he's going to basically be fodder for my U-turn here. Now, on this play, I actually predicted him to stay in, which would have been weird, but I predicted him to think I was going for U-turn and try to live that because he might have lived it pretty badly. So I went for Brave Bird, which I knew would kill, but he actually switches into Metagross, so he gets the better one there. I thought U-turn was a little too obvious, and obviously if I went for that, I could have switched into an easy counter like Furfrou or Porygon with my Scarf, or even Expelled maybe. And now on this turn, seems a little weird, I'm going to go for Brave Bird again. Thought here was that he'd predict me to switch back into Furfrou and switch himself, or go for Earthquake, predict him to come in and knock it Rock Hand with damage again. Turns out I get the Earthquake one. Either or is fine with me. Now at this point, I'm not trying to stay in. I know at that point he's not going to risk another Earthquake. That'd be kind of ridiculous. So now I'm going to bring in Furfrou, and he's going to go ahead and hit that Meteor Mash on me. This actually ends up doing a decent chunk of damage here off the crit, which is a little annoying. Obviously, I'm not boosted at all. When Furfrou gets kind of low, it's kind of hard to get him out of that, especially when he can't boost because he's only got rest. But now at this point, he's going to switch out. I knew he was going to switch back into Neanders, so at this point, I'm just going to go ahead and attack. I'm carrying Frustration. Reason being is because this was just traded from Ramos. Where Frustration was going to do more than Return at this point. We didn't really have time to get it going, so I just stuck with Frustration. Didn't really hurt me, so I'm going to switch into Aldino now. I know that this thing's going to be a special attacker. He's going to go for Thunderbolt. It doesn't do a hell of a lot. Now, Aldino's not something you're going to see anymore, except for maybe more Mono Normal type battles, but this is not mine. This actually belongs to Amichu. So now he's going to switch. I actually didn't know why. I thought he was just going to let it stay in, but he's going to go into Metagross one last time, and I carry Thunder Wave on this, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I knew it would hit his whole team. And that's basically, you know, basically the end of Metagross. I wasn't going to be able to touch him attack-wise anyway, so I guess that was a fair enough switch. I don't think he was ready for the Thunder Wave. So at this point, I'm going to switch. This actually could have ended up being a pretty bad misplay on my part. I actually bring in Subwoofer, but he gets paralyzed. If he went for Hammer Arm there, I could have been in a lot of trouble, but turns out to work out alright now. He's going to go for Bullet Punch just because obviously I'm going to get the outspeed and take him down, so finally, that's going to be the first kill of the game. So kind of slow setting up there. It took actually 12 turns to get that kill, but I will take it. That is a big kill for me right there. So gonna bring in his Gallade here. Now Gallade, I'm pretty sure was going to be Assault Vested. I was going to let him die, but he goes for Rock Slide, obviously predicting me to go into Braviary, or maybe back into Furfurl. I don't know. Either way, I'm going to live it and Boom Burst his face. He's going to show that he's absolutely Assault Vested. And take about half damage, and then he's going to finish me off with Drain Punch. So there's not much I want to switch in to a, you know, what could have been a close combat at that point on my team. I wasn't trying to risk it, so better off to let him die. So I can bring in Braviary here. Now I wasn't sure that U-turn was going to kill him, and I didn't want to risk it, so instead I just end up going for Brave Bird. I know it's going to hit his whole team hard at this point. He's going to bring in Nanners again, and that's obviously his fodder switch. Not much more Meowstic's going to accomplish. So he's going to go down, I think, basically out. The rest of my attackers outsped it anyway, so that's a thing. Same two Choice Scarfers, and Chinchine is really fast, so. Now he's going to bring in Malamar. Now, I was pretty certain Malamar was going to be Scarfed. So I wanted to paralyze him. Now, this is my first time playing with Audino. I didn't really know what his bulk could handle, so I switched into an obvious superpower. I kind of thought Audino might be able to take 2 badly. Turns out he can't at all. Even if he didn't get the boost, he wouldn't be able to take him at all. So that was kind of a misplay on my part, but I wasn't really sure how much Audino can handle, so I just went for it. I'm going to end up losing Audino here, obviously, which is annoying, but that's what's going to happen when you're playing with a Pokemon you never played with before. You're not really sure how much it can handle or what it can do against certain Pokemon, so not a huge loss. So, like I said, 2 Choice Scarfers, one of them special, so I know I can bring in Porygon Z here for some big damage. Obviously, with his boost, I'm going to raise my special attack, and now I got that +1 Scarfed Tri-Attack coming through. So I figured this could end up being a cleanup here, actually, but Malamar takes it. Malamar balked, dude, and he's going to completely obliterate me with another superpower. So, unfortunately, you know, Porygon didn't really get all the blocks in that match, but I really thought he was going to die. But it did its job. It got him down plenty enough for me to bring out Fireworks and finish him off with a quick U-turn here, but he's going to not want to die. He wants to save his Choice Scarfer, obviously, especially one of that power. And he's going to switch into Claire. His Espeon, I just went for U-turn there. And Espeon's going to be completely worthless because I'm going to take him down pretty much to death there. And then I can bring in Chinchino and outspeed him because I'm just faster and be able to U-turn him out of my way again. So U-turn, this was the whole thing the whole time. I knew if I could get rid of Metagross that I could kind of spam U-turn between the 2 that carried it, and it would be a big deal. So shows up there, and Espeon's going to go down before he can even get anywhere. So no damage done by Espeon, which is good. Espeon's power, obviously. So off that, might as well just U-turn right back in my other U-turner. He's going to switch into his obvious counter to that. The only one who can pretty much take one. It's going to be Lyceum, his Gallade. But knowing that I don't want to U-turn here, he's going to switch into Exeggutor. This actually kind of blew my mind. I went for Brave Bird. He's trying to kill me on Recoil at this point. That's his best shot at it. And I don't even kill him. That threw me off there a little bit. A lot of damage, obviously, but not quite enough. So he's going to get his Citrus Berry, and then he's going to get his Harvest, and then he's going to get his Citrus Berry again, which made me nervous because if Braviary dies, I cannot kill the Malamar anymore. I know it's going to take me out. I can't stop it. So I don't want to. I could have killed this, but I did not want to waste Braviary there. I knew I needed him, so instead I'm going to switch into Furfurl, take the Sleep Powder, and he's basically going to be able to take me out with whatever he wants to here. Furfurl never really did much in this battle, so I guess Ramos knows how to handle him pretty well. I didn't really get a chance to use him too much, so He's going to go ahead, he's going to use 2 Giga Drains, and that's going to be plenty enough to take me down. Which is okay. It's going to put me in a pretty sticky situation, considering how bulky this actually is. He's going to kill me with this one, and it's going to be 2 on 3, but the 2 left are the 2 ones that I knew were going to be the biggest. Like I said at the beginning, it's going to be my U-turners, so I'm going to bring in Fireworks again. I know I can pretty much U-turn out and do some damage. He's going to switch, and he's going to go into Lyceum again, which is obviously his Gallade. I'm going to U-turn up, and like I said the whole time, I didn't think U-turn would kill. It did not. I don't even know if another one would kill him at that point, actually. But I made the right play. It was a pretty easy one there, and I can switch right into Chinchino, and I know Chinchino is going to be able to handle him with Bullet Seed or whatever I want to use, so might as well just go for Bullet Seed. There's not much else he's going to be able to do to me, so that's going to be the end of Gallade, which is a huge kill. Now, both his Pokemon left, double weak to that U-turn. Obviously, that's going to make it pretty hard on him here. He brings in Malamar. Now, I was actually just going to take it and then kill him. You know, because I knew he was Scarfed at this point. But he goes for Destiny Bond. Revealing Scarf because he outspeeds me, obviously. So, that was interesting. He could have superpowered there. It wouldn't have really mattered. He still would have died next turn anyway. So, you know, I guess it didn't really matter either way there. But we're both going to go down, and it's going to become a one-on-one between me and Exeggutor. Scary part is that I knew that he could take a Brave Bird, so I bring in Fireworks here, and he's going to bring in his Coco, and it comes down to one last play. Can I kill him? I go for U-turn. Wasn't sure if it was going to kill, and it completely demolishes him because I crit. And turns out it mattered. We did some calcs after the stream, or after the battle there. Brave Bird was actually doing more damage if you think about it. Brave Bird's 120, base power plus stab makes it 180, plus super effective makes it 360, whereas U-turn I think is 70 power, double to 140, double to 280. So Brave Bird actually does more damage there, so that was actually a misplay on my part. We calced Brave Bird, it did like maximum 90, I think. So I think if I would have gotten like a good damage roll, I think it was a kill there. Either way though, really close match. The crit at the end basically won it for me. If it wasn't for that, he probably would just have put me to sleep and then, you know, finish me off or whatever the case may have been. So either way, I will take that win. It was a really good game, really fun match. Me and Ramos always put up great matches. And that'll be it, you guys. So thank you excuse me. Thank you for taking time out of your day to watch my video. I really appreciate it, guys. Make sure you hit that like button if you enjoyed the battle. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube if you enjoyed as well. I get content on as much as possible, once every few days at the very least. And if you guys haven't had a chance to check out my live stream, make sure you do so. Twitch.tv/xChrisCobain. There'll be a link in the description below. It's a great time. I battle my viewers there, so if you want to battle me, you can do it there. I talk to everyone live there as well. It's a great time. I encourage you guys to come check it out. Anyway, that's going to be it for me, you guys, so I will see you guys in the next video.